I got a couple mini drivers that I'm going to test out here this morning. The Callaway AI Smoke Mini Driver that was released in 2024 and the Elyte Mini Driver from Callaway released this year in 2025. When I was searching around, I couldn't find a lot comparing these two models. So I thought, hey, let's do some golf nerd stuff. Let's hit some shots with both of these mini drivers. I've really been liking the mini drivers I've tested and have been using them more and more. Picked up the Elyte Mini from my favorite online club retailer, Global Golf. There's an affiliate link in the description of this video. They have a 90-day return policy, super hassle-free returns. Love Global Golf. I use them a ton. But the AI Smoke Mini Driver, the Elyte Mini Driver, gonna mainly be testing these off the tee. I've done some other videos where I test these off of the turf. My clear focus this morning is going to be off the tee only. Just gonna hit a few shots each. I'm not gonna climb through reams of data. Just wanna give my initial impressions on what I see, on the differences of them. I'm going to be hitting these both with the exact same shaft, the Project X Denali Charcoal 60 grams 6.0 flex, and going to be using that exact same shaft on both of these models. And I got the 11.5-degree version of these mini drivers. All right, going to do some close-ups here on the differences in the weight system, the differences in the look, the differences in the face. Look at some of those details, and then we'll hit a few off the tee with each mini driver. The AI Smoke 340 mini driver was released in 2024. They didn't make a ton of those, so they're a little harder to find. You can find some on the secondary market. They're still holding their value pretty good. The Elyte Mini, Callaway released that this year in 2025. But I wanted to compare these two models. I was curious on how they performed to each other, what some of the key differences were. So we'll talk about some of those differences. These are both 340 cc's in size, so the exact same size. The AI Smoke Mini Driver, it has a front and back weight system. It has a 12 gram and a 4 gram. I actually have the heavier weight up front right now, the 4 gram weight in the back. Theoretically, that's supposed to help take a little spin off. Now, the Elyte Mini has a different weight system. It has a 13 gram in the rear. You can move that to the fade position or to the draw position. And then it just has a 4 gram front weight there. So with the AI Smoke Mini, you can flip-flop these as you see fit. This one, maybe a little more adjustability with moving that weight to the fade or draw position. Obviously, the color scheme is different. You got kind of the bluish grayish tones with the AI Smoke, and you got the green, black, grays with the Elyte line. But that's some of the aesthetic differences. Let's look at the crown on both of these. Aesthetically, you can tell the crown has a little different look. The AI Smoke version on the right, a little more glossy looking. That's the key difference that you'll notice aesthetically from the top. They both have the alignment mark. The Elyte edition on the left has that thermoforged carbon crown, but it gives it a little bit more of a matte type look, not nearly as glossy. The AI Smoke is a carbon crown as well, but I guess on the Elyte line, they gave it this thermoforged carbon crown. A lot of marketing every year with the golf companies, but you clearly can see a little difference in the crown look in the AI Smoke versus the Elyte Mini. Right now, as far as the club face, you have the AI Smart Face with the AI Smoke version. In the Elyte line, they have this AI 10X face. They say that that gives 10 times more control points, as they call them, to help ball speed, help dispersion, help launch, things like that. Like I said, a lot of marketing every year. The AI Smoke just came out in 2024, so it's not exactly an old driver, old mini driver. Elyte just came out this year in 2025, but that's the differences as far as the face. You have AI Smart Face versus the AI 10X face on the Elyte line. Let's hit a few with the AI Smoke first. The AI Smoke Mini Driver, 11.5 degree. See how this compares to the Elyte Mini. That feels nice. Swing 2, AI Smoke Mini Driver. Lost that one way right. Third swing. In the Elyte Mini here. Also 11.5 degree. Felt good. Swing number 2. Final swing, Elyte Mini. All right, both these mini drivers, loads of fun to hit. Love hitting them off the tee. I'm using them more and more. 340 cc's in size, a little smaller footprint. Here's something that's really interesting. A lot of people remember the great Big Bertha that was released in the mid-90s from Callaway. That thing was 260 cc's in size, thereabouts. These things are regarded as mini drivers, and they're 340 cc's in size. That's just kind of an interesting footnote. The drivers obviously have gotten bigger and bigger. The max size now, that 460 cc size range. I honestly like the smaller footprint. Just going to focus on a few key areas that stick out to me as far as the differences between these two models. First thing is going to be the look. You obviously have a little bit different color scheme, but the crown look, you're going to have a glossier crown on the AI Smoke, and you're going to have a little bit more of a matte type crown look with the Elyte Mini Driver. Second area is going to be in the weight system. The AI Smoke Mini has that rear and front weight system. The Elyte Mini has that movable to the fade and draw setting if you like that on this particular line. No weight system is going to fix a boogered up swing. It's just kind of your preference, what feels good to you, but it is a difference between the two models. The third area that sticks out to me probably the most is going to be the feel on these. I would say the AI Smoke Mini Driver has a little crispier, harsher type feel off the face versus the Elyte Mini. The Elyte Mini kind of has this melting into the face, exploding off of it sort of feel. Very satisfying to hit. Not a bad feel on the AI Smoke Mini Driver, but there is a different feel in how these come off the face. That did stick out to me. As far as distance goes, both of them are right there side by each with each other. This is just raw dandy golf, no gimmicks, no bold outlandish claims. No one is sending me anything for free. I'm doing this on my own dime, on my own time. I've been putting out golf content for a while. I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to this channel. I know I'm a smaller channel, trying to grow it up in the subscribers. I'll be honest, I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'd really appreciate it if you help me get there. Thanks for taking the time to watch.